Hi, I'm Jeremy, and over the past few years, I've been building online businesses while documenting everything publicly through my project from 0 to 100K. Along the way, I've spent a lot of time thinking about careers, income, and how quickly the world of work is changing. Recently, one group has been on my mind more than most: recent graduates. Because I think many of you are experiencing something that almost nobody prepared you for. You did what you were told to do. You went to school. You studied. You completed all of your assignments. You even passed the exams. You earned the credential. For years, the roadmap was pretty clear. Go to school, graduate, get a job, build your career. But somewhere along the way, the roadmap became a little less certain, and so maybe you've already experienced it. So you send out applications, you never hear anything back. You land interviews that don't go anywhere. You discovered that entry level somehow requires 2 years of experience. AI is changing industries almost monthly. Remote work has shifted expectations. Competition feels stronger than ever, and suddenly you're sitting there wondering, okay, now what? If you've had that thought, you're not alone. I don't think the problem is that opportunity has disappeared. I think the problem is that opportunity has changed. The rules aren't exactly the same anymore. Today, employers still value education, but they also have the value of adaptability. They value communication, problem solving, digital literacy, and people who can continue learning instead of standing still. And that's why I think one of the biggest opportunities available today isn't about replacing your career, but it's about building something alongside of it. Something that you own. And when I say that, I'm not talking about becoming an influencer. I'm not talking about chasing overnight success either. Nothing happens overnight. And I'm also definitely not talking about quitting the career that you've worked so hard to prepare for. I guess what I am talking about is building digital assets. Things that continue creating value long after you finished building them. Examples would be a helpful website, useful articles, educational resources, tutorials, reviews, content that answers real questions that people are already searching for. That's what the internet rewards today. Useful assets. Not credentials alone. Not opinions. Not hype. But assets. And the beautiful thing is that you don't need to have everything figured out before you start. So, in fact, I think one of the biggest advantages that recent graduates have is flexibility. You're still early enough in your journey that you can experiment. You can learn new skills. You can discover interests you may not even know that you have yet. Maybe your degree becomes your niche. Maybe it's a hobby. Or maybe it's a problem that you've already solved yourself. Maybe it's something completely different. The point isn't choosing the perfect direction on day one. The point is starting to build something that belongs to you. Because the more I look at today's economy, the more convinced I have become that having multiple options is becoming more valuable than depending on just one. That's actually why I created something called the Recent Graduate's Blueprint. I keep seeing the same questions over and over again. How do I build something online? Where do I even start? Do I need to know how to code? Do I need to be an expert? Can I actually do this while starting my career? So instead of trying to answer those questions one at a time, I built a free step-by-step blueprint. It walks through the mindset, the modern online model, a simple 30-day test that you can run without making huge commitments, and how someone can realistically explore building digital assets while still pursuing their career. It's not about the hype. It's not about becoming rich next month. It's about creating more options for yourself over time. Now, if that does sound interesting, I will link the blueprint in the description below. It's completely free, as I mentioned. And if nothing else, I hope it gives you a different perspective on what your future could look like. One final thought before I go. Graduation isn't the end of your education. It's the beginning of learning how the real world actually works. The people who continue learning, adapting, and building tend to create more opportunities than the people who simply wait for opportunities to appear. That's been true throughout my own journey, and it's exactly why I'm documenting everything publicly through from 0 to 100K. If this conversation did help you, I'd love to have you join me for the next one. Until then, take care and keep building your future one step at a time.